beautiful love. I am so excited for this message today because as I'm getting all your cards ready and stuff, I am just feeling like there's this resurgence of who you truly are that is coming through. And it feels so beautiful. It feels like you have been covered up by something, or maybe the situation that you're going through has been really difficult and bogging you down and kind of bringing out the worst in you. But there's this new fresh energy that's coming through that's like who you truly are coming back. And so we are going to use these 3 decks here to get your message today. And I'm going to scoot these 2 out of the way because I'm feeling called to use this one first. So let's go ahead and jump right in here and see what your guides have to say. Lavender, surround yourself with love. Nostalgia, yeah, focus on the here and now. I'm gonna grab a couple more from this one, then we're gonna switch. Expectations, don't seek anyone's approval. And feather, think first before you judge. I'm feeling called to go ahead and grab the other 2 decks and just lay the cards out and then walk through it together. Here, this one wants to come out too first. The Empress. We have Ace of Voices. I think we're gonna pull it down. Page of Inspiration. These are beautiful. My cards literally are always upside down. Okay, we have Anna, Godmother of Jesus, Sisterhood of the Rose. And I think we're gonna stop there for now. All right, I'm seeing these first 2 cards as comfortability and boredom at the same time. It's like whatever you're surrounded by or what you have been surrounded by for a long time, it felt comfortable to you in some ways. It was like your everyday, yeah, this is just how it is. But there's also like this incredible boredom that comes with it. And it feels like you have known for a very long time that your life was meant for so much more than what you're experiencing. And then in this card, I'm seeing her, you know, at this table with this girl, and she's trying to listen to what she has to say, but there's like so much more in her mind and in her heart and in her soul. And this girl is sitting here talking to her about boys and makeup and like just things that she doesn't even care about that much. She's like, okay, but yeah, but what about, have you ever thought about why we exist or how big the universe expands? And she's got all of these huge ideas in her brain, and she really is pondering existence and everything like that. And then she's having to have these really mundane interactions with everything and everyone. And it feels like that's kind of been you your whole life. This one I'm seeing as you feeling really alone. You have all of these big, huge thoughts and ideas, and it feels like you haven't really found very many people, if any at all, to talk to about these things in your life. And you kind of feel like, as I was looking at this card, it feels like, I know that this is like light as a feather, stiff as a board, that game that we played in middle school, if you're old like me. But it doesn't feel like that. It feels like these girls are just normal girls, and then this girl in the middle is extra, like she's supernatural, right? And I'm getting the feeling like everybody has always looked at you like an alien, or like you have some kind of difference about you, like you never fit in. And that's kind of the same feeling here, is like you have so much inside of you. And maybe you've also really been drawn to fantasy books. Like even when you were a kid, you would read books about unicorns and all these fantasy realms, because there was so much more inside of you, and the earth just felt really boring, and like this can't be everything that's here. In this card here, I'm just seeing you finally stepping into who you truly are. Like there was a time in your life, and it maybe now, but I'm feeling like it was very recently, where you shed all of the layers of yourself that were like these are like societal expectations, and you were wearing them because you thought that it would make you happy and make you accepted. And then there was one point in your life where you're like, you know what? They're not accepting me anyway. I'm being exactly who they want me to be. And no matter how much I try to contort myself and be a different person, they're still not accepting me. So if they're not going to accept me anyway, then I'm just going to be exactly who I am. I don't care anymore. And so I'm seeing her taking off this cloak and stepping into her own light. That's beautiful. So I have been watching Hope Scope on YouTube all day with my kids. And this girl's hair is reminding me of her. And I'm not really sure what the message that's coming through yet is, but it's just her hair is reminding me of Hope Scope. And how she's had pink hair for a really long time, and she was wearing tinsel in her hair in some of the videos that we were watching earlier. And I think the message that's coming through is that some people may not enjoy that she has pink hair, or may think that she should change her hair color or something like that. And she's just turning her face away from all the noise. She's just like, I don't care what you have to say. I like pink hair. I like having tinsel in my hair. There's like a message coming through about being too old for that or something. Like, she's too old for that. But it's like she's turning her face away from that. So maybe you feel like there's something that you're too old for, or maybe you have had that in your mind for a really long time, that there's something you're too old for, or, you know, something along those lines. Like you're too something, or you're not enough something for whatever it is, whatever way that you want to express yourself. And it feels like you've been told that for so long, and then recently you have decided, no, I don't care. I don't care what you say. This makes me happy and I'm going to do it. And so you've turned your head away from all the voices that are coming in telling you to be something different. And it feels like right now you're in this very creative state where you're deciding exactly who and what you want to be. You are like experimenting with a bunch of different things. Your personal style, your creativity, what exactly you want to be creating. Like, for instance, you may be like dabbling in writing a book, or dabbling in dancing, or just having a lot of different interests and hobbies right now, just because you're trying a bunch of different things out to see what you truly enjoy. Because like I said, back here, it feels like society or your family or something really stifled a huge part of you. I'm seeing this as you welcoming all of the parts of yourself back. You're like, oh, hi, little kid version of me that likes to finger paint. Come on back. Let's reintegrate you back into this beautiful life that we're creating. Oh, hi, little girl that really likes to give gifts and makes little handmade presents. Or boy, I always say girl in all of the readings, just because literally all of the cards have girls on them. There's not one guy, but it doesn't matter. It's not gender specific. You know, like, welcome back all of these little parts of myself that I left along the way somewhere because I thought other people would accept me if I left them. And now you're saying to yourself, come back. I accept you. I want you. I love you. I see your beauty. Please come back. Let's reintegrate together. And that's beautiful. And then I am seeing this as you integrating all of those parts back in together. Like you valuing and really making yourself a temple to yourself, to all the versions of yourself that have ever existed. And you're calling them all back, and you're saying, I love you. I love you. Please come back. Be a part of me. Let's go through this together. And then I'm seeing all of these figures realigning and then being just like this beam of light into this world. That's so, so beautiful. Okay, we've got the Star and the Fool. And 4 of Inspiration and 8 of Inspiration. I feel like one more. I don't know. Should we take this one too? I think so. Oh, there's more. Okay. Okay, we're taking these two. Okay, Muse of Emotions and Let me scoot these. The Queen of Emotions. I'm seeing this card over here as you longing for something. And it feels like you've been longing for something your whole life. And I'm seeing it as you thought it was stardom or fame or some kind of career, something that you really thought, like, if I did this one thing, if I really got successful at this one thing, then everybody would see how powerful I am and strong and brave and all of the things. Like, they would see all the things inside of me. But I'm seeing it now as you're reintegrating all of these parts, like all of these little steps are reintegrating back into your heart, you realize that what you want is love, like true love for yourself. And it's almost like you don't want adoration from thousands and thousands of people. You want one person, even if it is only you. You want one person to truly, truly love who you are at every facet, every piece of you, every part of you. Like, and I said, even if it's only you, but I don't mean it like that, because you are beautiful and you are special and that's how we treat ourselves. Like, oh, I'm the only person that liked this post that I made, and I'm the only person that whatever showed up for this thing that I have, and I'm the only person that ever buys me gifts and whatever, but like, why do we treat ourselves like that? You would never say that about a friend. She's the only person that does that. And it's like this talking down to kind of thing, like, oh, she does, but she doesn't matter. That person doesn't matter. And I think you're starting to feel like, no, I matter. I don't care if I'm the only one that shows up for myself. I matter. It matters that I show up for myself. It matters that I liked my post because I should like my post. It matters that I showed up for myself and cheered myself on and was there for myself and told myself what a good job I did at this thing that I was working on. That matters more than anything. And I feel like I said, I feel like that's where you're at. Yeah, it feels like you have let go of a lot of these ideas of who you needed to be and what you needed to feel that recognition and feel that pride in yourself and feel like you had made it or you were successful or any of those things. And now you're walking into the unknown, and it's not scary anymore because you don't care what's in front of you. And it's not like I don't care. It's like I'll see when I get there. And it's not so much controlling and like, I have to become this certain one thing. It's like, I'm really, really interested in who I am and who I'm turning into. And I'm so curious how different this path is going to turn out than I thought it was. And you're literally taking steps every single day into the unknown just by following what you enjoy and what's calling you. Like, what are you curious about right now? You're just following that. And it's leading you to all of this happiness and joy. Yeah, and then I'm seeing this, in the beginning, I'm getting chills. We were talking about how everybody saw you as an alien and nobody really understood you, and they saw you as supernatural and something weird and like they didn't want to converse with you. And what are you talking about, stars and galaxies and existence? Like, no, you just follow the program, right? And then now you're surrounding yourself with beautiful people that are just like you, that are like, yeah, I am so curious about existence and galaxies and far off things and science and spirituality, and I want to explore all the things. Tell me what you know and I'll share what I know. And it feels like you're really building this community around you that is these beautiful people. I'm sorry. I'm seeing this as you walking forward, like pushing, forcing. And now that's how it used to be. You used to trudge forward, push and force, and like everything had to be exactly the way you thought it should be. And if it didn't turn out that way, the whole universe was against you. And that's how you used to feel. And now I see you taking one step at a time, going very slowly and really, really appreciating the journey. And I'm seeing this as a hot sun in the desert, you know, and like I can feel it baking my skin as I'm sitting here, and I'm so hot. And before, it was like the pressure was so much, like the heat was so much, you felt like, oh my God, I've got to get out of here. Like you were so uncomfortable. Everything was uncomfortable all the time. Like you had to get yourself out of there one way or the other. You were going to prove that you were something special, right? Because the pressure of everything was too much. And if you could just prove that you were special, then you would be out of this desert baking situation. And now I'm seeing you going very, very slowly, and the sun not even bothering you. It's like mind over matter. Like you're not even worried about the sun anymore. You're worried about yourself. You're worried about your internal world. And then the external isn't so scary and crazy anymore. Even though maybe you're in the exact same situation, it doesn't burn as bad because you're not focusing on how hot the sun is. You're focusing on, I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm getting through this as quickly as I'm going to get through it. And the whole purpose is not to just force myself through as fast as possible, because then I miss the learning and I don't pick up the tools that I need for the next part. What I'm going to do is just go very slowly and make sure I pick up all the tools and make sure I understand the stuff. Because if I don't, then I have to go back and back and back, and I'm going to stay in this desert longer. And I know that now. So now I'm going to just take it slowly and learn what I need to learn. This card I'm seeing as your childhood self giving you gifts. They're handing you gifts. And they're things that you never would have imagined that would light up your life or make you so happy beyond your wildest dreams. Because it feels like in your mind it has always been material things that you thought were going to bring you that happiness. But it's actually not. It's your childhood self handing you these little things. And your spirit guides are talking to me about like sitting in class when you were little and making macaroni art, and how that was the best thing that has ever happened to you, and that those were your favorite days in school, you know, stuff like that. And they're talking to me about how as you integrate your childhood self back into yourself, these little beautiful gifts are going to be happening all the time. And it's going to enrich your life so much. And it's not necessarily macaroni art or whatever, but it's like whatever it was. I'm seeing somebody building model airplanes, and I'm seeing somebody else playing with a railroad on a track. It's like all of these things that as a child we really truly loved and really brought us joy, that we feel like we can't do anymore because it doesn't make us money and it's not building anything. And those are all reintegrating back into you. You're gonna be in the next, I'm seeing like 2 years. In the next 2 years, you're starting to, whatever that was for you in your childhood that made you so happy, you're starting to reintegrate those little things into your life more and more and more. And I'm feeling called to say, if you're a parent, do those things with your kids, because that is a really great way for you to begin reintegrating that back into your life in a way that maybe you don't necessarily feel foolish or whatever. But they're saying like, you know, if you can be a mentor or something, maybe you've got nieces or nephews or something like that, like start doing the things that you really enjoyed as a kid. Start doing those with the children in your life. And then they're saying if you don't have any children, and they're showing like a roommate situation or a best friend situation, and you guys sitting down and literally making macaroni art with each other, just as like a fun afternoon thing with a glass of wine or whatever, like turning on Taylor Swift or whatever music you listen to, and sitting down and making macaroni art with each other. And then they're talking about, you know, the friendship bracelets with Taylor Swift, like sit down and do little kid stuff. Like you're going to be reintegrating that a lot more into your life. And it's going to bring you so much joy that you like didn't even realize how much you missed those little tiny things. They're talking to me with this card about how you've been so serious and you felt like you've had to be so serious, and how you felt like people couldn't laugh at you or make fun of you, or you needed their approval, and people wanted you to be serious. They wanted you to stop acting like a kid, stop being so airy all the time, stop like playing, like they're showing her playing in the waves here and all the birds and her laughing in the sunshine, and then somebody being like, hey, don't do that. And so she just stopped doing it because somebody else told her it wasn't appropriate anymore. Or like, back to, you're too old for that. You're too old to make macaroni art. You're too old to make friendship bracelets with your friends, whatever. You're too old to play with model trains. There's something about that, like deeply, deeply within you. Like, you're too old for that, so don't do that anymore. And I'm getting I feel like I need to talk about being a serious artist, like a serious oil painter, making serious paintings, but then what you really actually enjoy doing is like making on construction paper with tempera paint or something like that, and there's so much more joy in just making something silly than there would be in making this masterpiece that everybody goes, oh my God, how beautiful that is, how wonderful. And they stand around commenting on all the techniques that you used and everything. There's something about letting go of this super serious, other people have to approve of it and like it thing that is, I feel like this is in the next phase of your life. Like I said, in the next 2 years, this is what you're going to be overcoming, integrating, and working through. Okay. We have no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. It feels like that's what this is other people, okay? Soul family, call your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. The great gathering, how beautiful. And then the crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Look at how similar those two cards are. And I'm drawn to how similar these two cards are too. All these little integrated versions of yourself coming together. Ooh, I'm getting tingles on my scalp everywhere. They are talking to me about how we are all reintegrating all of these little pieces of ourselves, and that we are coming together as creative, playful individuals to create something big and beautiful too. Yeah, this mirroring here of soul family and play, like dolphins always represent play. It's like you're not alone, even though you may feel alone right now. Oh, we never even talked about this card. I forgot that was even there. Let's see how, I'm sure that was supposed to come out with all of the rest of this right here. Anyways, I'm gonna keep saying what I was saying. They were talking about how alone you feel, and you may still physically be alone, but you should know that many of us, like millions of us around the world, are all going through this integration of our own selves and then coming back together as soul family. And this is all a part of the plan. And so even though you may be physically alone right now, you're not going to be for very long. And I'm being called to the two people. Like maybe you have recently met somebody who feels like soul family to you. And if you haven't done that recently, you will very soon. But it's like two people coming together, and then another, and then another, and then groups coming together. It's like over time, little by little, all of us finding each other again and becoming family for each other again. And do you see how in both of these cards, they're a mirror image of each other? It's like you're going to meet somebody who feels just like you, like their energy is just like you, even though they may be significantly different on the outside, or their personality is significantly different than you, or they believe different things, or I don't know exactly. They're going to be very different from you from the outside looking in. But internally, your energies are going to be so matched with each other. And like I said, this could be somebody that you met recently or somebody you're going to be meeting very, very soon. Wow, I'm seeing this right here. This is almost exactly the same as this one right here. And it's like everything is falling apart right now. Like you can look around and see it. Everything is falling apart right now. And it's meant to, and it's supposed to, because we come back together and we rebuild it. We rebuild this Garden of Eden. Why did that just come out of my mouth? The Garden of Eden. It's paradise. It's paradise on earth. And we recreate it. And they're talking to me about how there's this gate here. And on the outside is still all of this destruction and chaos, right? And it feels like only people who have done the work, only people who have truly found the beauty within themselves are going to be walking into this Garden of Eden energy, this beautiful paradise energy. And then others, it will take them longer. Like they'll have to go through the process to get to here. And they'll be experiencing like this chaos still, this chaos and destruction. The World, Two of Materials and Ace of Emotions. It's like you're going to be offered the world because of everything you let go of. You had to let go, and you did. You went through all of this to let go, and now you're being offered the world. It just keeps feeling like this is very playful, youthful energy of like, again, making necklaces for yourself and just playing with arts and crafts. And like when I'm talking about this stuff back here of like all the old structures are coming down and like this feels chaotic and crazy and huge, right? But I think that it's actually internal. And I think that, you know, we see on the external this showing up, but I think that this is actually going to be an internal process for you. Like you're walking into peace. You're walking into abundance and peace and prosperity and enjoying the little things and really having fun and having a beautiful life, while other people are still dealing with this chaos and like fighting energy. And it's not literally going to be that they're locked out and they're having to go through torment, right? It's going to be like internal battles that they're still fighting. And because you have already done the work, because you went on this journey, because you are who you are and you're a beautiful, beautiful soul, you are stepping into this peaceful garden. All right, my friend, that feels like the end of the message for today. I'm so proud of you, and I am so excited for you to get to experience this beautiful life that you've created for yourself. And I'm so glad that you're going to be meeting soul family that truly, truly loves you and sees you for who you are, because I know it's been so lonely and isolating your whole life. But this is going to be so beautiful when you guys come back together. All right, I love you, my friend. Thank you for being here today, and I will see you again in the next message.